Right, in this project we're going to take a look at blurring a background. So to start off with, we'll open the statue image in Photoshop and duplicate the background layer, pressing Command or Control J. And to avoid confusion, we'll double click on layer 1 and rename that layer River Scene. We'll next go to select the statue using the quick selection tool. So select that from the toolbox, and you just basically need to start off the selection. Then you can go into the options bar and choose select subject, and then the software will select the statue for you. We'll also select the foreground rock because that should also be sharp, with the rest of the image being blurred in the background of the statue. So just with that quick selection tool active, I'm just going to sweep around and include the rock in that selection. Once that's complete, just to feather that selection, we'll go to the select menu and choose modify and feather. And then we can just select that and feather the radius by 1 pixel. It just means that the selection will not be too tight. We're next going to select, copy that selection to a new layer, and we'll press Command and J to do that. And now that layer 1, we can double click on that and rename that layer Statue. Now we've lost the selection, but this is the layer thumbnail here of the statue, and if we hold Command and click that layer thumbnail, we can now reselect the statue. And we're just going to expand that selection, so it's select, modify and expand this time, and an amount of 5 pixels will work well to expand the selection. We're next going to hide the statue layer just by clicking on that eye icon, and we're going to click on the river scene layer to make that layer active. And next thing we're going to do is press edit, and we're going to choose content away fill. And the area providing the content for the AI to calculate the fill is shown in green, and so the output is going to just be to current layer, and that will make the statue disappear. So we OK that, and we're back to our main image. Then we deselect in order to get rid of the selection, and we're going to blur the statue's background. So still working on the river scene layer, we'll use a smart filter to do that, so we can go back to make adjustments. So if we go to the filter menu and convert for smart filters, so this is also a non-destructive way of working. And then we simply go to filter and blur and choose Gaussian blur. And then we can just select whichever amount of blur you choose. So in the handout I've written 15, can blur further, so just take it up to about 20 pixels for the degree of blur and click OK. And then all we do is activate that statue layer to bring the statue back. So as you can see, the statue is nice and sharp, but we've effectively blurred that background. And now all we need to do is just go to layer menu and flatten image to turn that image into a single layer, and that can then be saved as a JPEG.